All right. Thank you so much for calling. I want to come to you, Phoebe. Now, Phoebe, Abdul called and he says that, I mean, 7 years in a relationship, what are you doing there? And, you know, maximum should be 1 year you get married. If you don't see anything positive coming out of it, just walk out. Yeah. What would you say in relation to that first, before we come to Erica?
I think I agree with Abdul. 1 year is stretching it. I think what he's trying to say is get to know the person as soon as possible.
Right.
And also state clearly what you're going into. I'm not saying, people say tell them your expectations, but explain clearly what you see in that relationship, the kind of relationship, the kind of, you know, commitment that you want to create. Do you want to be exclusive with that person?
Yeah.
Are you looking to get married? Would you like to have children? There are much bigger things to discuss and to consider, you know, when it comes to this. And I think you need to answer the big questions and say the big things from the beginning. You shouldn't wait till later on and then discover that, oh, that person actually never wanted to get married or doesn't want to have children when you do. You know, make that very clear from the beginning. And I quickly wanted to mention that, you know, cultural and religious, what's it called? You know, cultural and religious factors also play into relationships. And I don't think we can cast that aside. With a lady that mentioned that she experienced something from a particular type of man, from a particular tribe. I actually wanted to really sit down and write down exactly what she had experienced and what she had observed. Sometimes we have to be a bit forensic about this. We need to be very clear about this. What has she seen? What is it about men from that tribe that is problematic for her? And really sit with it and really examine it carefully for herself. But then the reason why she's probably a bit confused is she doesn't know what she wants.
Right.
And that is what I wanted to say to Erica, that you really need to sit down, take a sheet of paper on your phone, whatever, and write exactly what you were expecting from this relationship. Because it sounds like you were expecting more than he's willing to give.
Right.
If you were looking for a monogamous relationship, in no way, shape, and form should you entertain him being unfaithful to you. And if they are doing it once and he's confessed it to you, he will do it again. Especially if he's accepting of it, because it shows that you don't have a problem with it. And this is one of the terms that you want to include in your relationship. And my dear, it's really important to just sit with it, really examine yourself and really express what you're looking for in that relationship.
All right, Phoebe.
I would say that it is very risky to use a relationship to fix yourself. And I think it's unfair to use a relationship to fix yourself. And in fact, I was just contemplating the idea that is there such a thing as a casual relationship? I don't think the two words go together very well. I mean, I think the relationship that we are trying to describe is one where there's intimacy, there's an exchange of trust, there could even be, you know, sexual intimacy. And such a thing, can you call it casual? And, you know, we've seen several times that, you know, it's the woman that is usually on the end where she obviously she does enjoy it when the man treats her in a casual manner, especially when she's committed her feelings and emotions to the relationship. So I think we need to be very careful. If a relationship is supposed to be casual, then I think it should be a friendship. And then it should have, like, you know, the understanding that it's a friendship where there are boundaries, the expectations are lower, and then the other person is not being exploited or does not feel that they are being taken for granted. You know, a relationship is not the place to play games and to try out. I think that when two people come into that conversation and they're looking at taking it a step further and they want to, you know, have a secure commitment, a place of trust, a place where they know they'll be safe and that their feelings will not be exploited and the person is not going to be seeing somebody else. I think it is to have that conversation where they know there's exclusivity and they understand that, okay, we are looking to signing up to do something for the long term. We want to build something long term together. I think it's very important for them to have that conversation and express those desires, express those needs clearly before, you know, they go into it. And if one person finds out that the other person doesn't want it, exit.
Right.